shit.
Why don't you wrap up? Because my mouth gets paid to be open. Yours is just full of shit.
I do like a foreign tongue once in a while, don't you?
Shut up and deal. I'm one of the gals who's one of the guys. So put up your jukes and I'll blacken your eyes. Behind all the Bucci and pearls, I'm one of the boys, although I'm one of the girls. Yeah! One of the does who's one of the stags. I chuckle a bruise when I lose on the nags. Forget the max factor you find on my face. For barbershop fours, I'm a fabulous bird. There's one of the wheat, one of the drones. Just hand me the dice and I'll flash on your bones. In spite of the dress, the benevolent trousers.
Well, in trousers, but not very often.
As often as I'd like.
Let's go over and say hello to madam. All right. Are you looking forward to it, yes? Good. Right, here you are, cheeky chops. Yeah. Are you looking forward to this trip tonight?
Yes,
Good.
Seen to see more of it.
I put a new screw in a pacemaker good.
She looks all right. Just be careful he doesn't break you, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. Okay. Roy and I, of course, we're going back 30-odd years now. I was doing stand-up, a comedian then, and, well, what they called comedian, but of course it was drag. And, of course, I looked a lot younger and a lot more prettier then. And, of course, I went under another name. And then I met Roy through another friend of mine, and he wanted to start up, you know, a double act. So with him being the straight person, you know, doing the glamorous part, I mean, I've always been the comedy side of it. And we got together and teamed together since then, you know. And we've all got dressed up tonight, haven't we? Sod the husbands. Are you right, girls? Are you right? You look all right. Have you had your hair done? Who did it for you? Tell me, I'll get them.
Hiya. How are you? All right? I was married for 14 years. I have 2 children, 5 grandchildren. My daughter's 31, my son's 29, my eldest grandchild's 10. My daughter, I have a very good relationship with her. I think she's quite happy with the way I am. It never seems to bother her at all. You know, we get on very well. She helps design quite a few clothes for me and does all my running repairs. Well, I think basically because I was a drag artist, that interfered with the marriage, and it just broke. Well, it didn't break up; it fizzled out.
Oh, what a beauty! I've never seen one as big as that before. Oh, I've never seen one as big as that before.
Over the last 30 years, things have changed very, very much. I think it's much bitchier now, much harder. I think you find the younger acts are very brash. They find it necessary to be very blue. I don't know why that is, but I think they just mistake that for talent.
All the drag queens are in trying to do better. They can't. Nobody looks this good. Extremely ambitious. I mean, I don't intend to stop here. I mean, like I said, it's taken me nearly 10 years to fight to get this far on. So it's got to go a lot further, and I class myself more as a character actor than I do as a drag artist. I bought the shops to start off with as a sideline, but I realised that, you know, with what I do, if I'm going to continue as a drag artist, my face isn't going to look this good forever. So I feel that when that's gone, well, then it's gone. You know, I don't want to be some 65-year-old dame staggering around in high heels. I mean, there's Terry Fox, the man, the businessman, the straight side of it, the running of the business and my personal business dealings. And then there's also the Terry Fox that's the Miss Terry Fox on stage. And the two people, there's a 6-foot brick wall between both of them. They're totally different people.
But it's just a personal letter from you because you did a lot of work with them when you were in London, if you remember, with Wham.
Could you put your hands together, please, and welcome on stage for the fabulous, one and only, Terry Fox.
Because I was never the norm as a child. I never felt that I wanted to blend into the background. I was always the entertainer, I was always the class clown, I was always the one that stood out from everybody else. I liked the fact that everybody was laughing, but they weren't laughing at me, they were laughing with me. I just had this natural talent to make people laugh. I actually decided I was going to do it because I wanted to go into the theatrical industry. But I actually thought, what could I do? So I didn't actually think I could become the Butch Robert De Niro type. Didn't exactly. I was luckily blessed with a face that could look very feminine. You know, I don't think there's anything entertaining in somebody that looks like a docker in a frock. There's nothing entertaining in that at all. There's so many different types of drag artists. They fall into so many different categories. The first one, or the one that hits everybody's mind, is the one that's just getting up for a laugh to entertain his mates, or somebody in a pub in a talent competition and they've got balloons as boobs and stretch jumpers on and things like that, and that is just pathetic. Then it revolves from that. Then there's a complete mime artist that will just mime to records that are maybe in the charts and, you know, little short wigs on and that's very fine if that entertains you. There's the run on and off cabaret artist that's, you know, running on and off in tacky drag to just make people laugh. Again, I'm nothing like that. Then there's the people that look totally and completely like a woman, that take it to the greatest extremes, you know, and that is another form again. And then I tend to come into the category of more of a comedian.
Good evening, Union! Oh, you are alive for once, only because it's going on bleeding film, you mob of bastards. Hello, Stephen. Have you got dressed up for the occasion? Steve Bartell, the one and only DJ of the world. Oh, Stephen, you look like somebody I've seen on television. Like them bleeding little chimps, aren't you, at the tea commercials, look.
Because I'm giving the audience a little bit of everything they like. There's part of the audience that likes the camp humour and the viciousness, and there's part of the audience that's like the glamorous dresses, and there's the part of the audience that likes the songs and the things like this. So it entertains everybody at an individual time, and it makes a nice combination of all the different things. I do want to be different. I don't want to be like everybody else. That's why at the moment I am being so successful, because I am different than everybody else. And to be different, you know, is the only key to success. Well, I hopefully represent all the aspects of a woman that I would find physically attractive. I feel the sex appeal of Monroe, the voluptuousness of Dolly Parton, and the outrageousness of Bette Midler.
In my life outside drag, I do social work. I visit elderly people and handicapped people. I go around to see them once a week.
I thought you weren't coming.
I really enjoy visiting them and helping them out with the problems, if I can.
Give me one of them toffees, will you?
There you go.
Right, Cop.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Right,
you're
sit
right.
you down.
Right.
Right.
So how are you doing?
Not so bad.
Good. Have you been to the cafe?
I have, yes.
Oh, that's all
I've
right.
had 4 toasts with marmalade jam, 2 cups of tea, and about 7 fags.
7 fags, well that'll do your power good, I must say. About
I'm not
10.
bothered. I like a fag. I went to Blackpool, the Southport Flower Gardens, and it pissed down all day. Didn't it?
You said so. No one else
did.
complained, only you, but... Well, because I'm older than most of the other drag queens, they all call me Shirl. Because basically I take Shirley Bassey off, and they know me for that. And I suppose that's just it. You know, they've always called me Shirl.
Everyone calls me mother, for the simple reason I do tend to help everyone. Doesn't matter what, in any form of life at all, they all come and ask, you know, for mother's advice. Whether it's the fact that I tend to give them good advice, I don't know. But whenever the phone rings, it's automatically, you know, is that you, mother?
Well, I'd go into school and maybe, I used to have a basin haircut with a bit of a tuft left there, you see, that would calm down. So one day I might be Veronica Lake, and another day maybe Betty Grable or whoever was in vogue at the time. And the teacher used to say, "And who are we today, Roy Atkinson?" And they used to say, "Carmen Miranda, sir," or "Betty Grable, sir." And he used to be highly amused. He did tell me I'd make somebody a very good wife. It's just a bit like Jekyll and Hyde. You just change, your personality and everything about you changes. Can't explain quite what it is, but it just happens. You probably notice as I get more on, you know, it just changes you. Your personality and everything about you. I could be Joan Collins by the time I finish this, or I could be Shirley Bassey, or even me.
Oh, hello, she's there. Excuse me.
A lot more confidence. Perhaps a bit cheeky. More interesting, I would think. Because I'm rather ordinary and quiet when I'm out of drag. I tend to be more flamboyant and terrible flirt when I'm in drag. And yet, when I finish and I come home and take it all off, I'm just me again. Just an ordinary, everyday person.
Who traveled in and out my door. I'm glad they came along. I dedicate this song to all the men I've loved before. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray and step around the heart of it. New York, New York, if I can make it there, I make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York.
I do think drag artists are selfish, but then that comes from insecurity, I think. You know, we're possessive and very jealous, very guarded with your private life, but then you're vulnerable as well, and you're open to all kinds of sob stories. You get all kinds of people hanging on, that type of thing. Dead legs go straight for you, you know, and you tend to take them on because you could be quite lonely, you know. They can be very lonely, drag artists.
I'm known as the goddess of filth. Up and down. I don't think it's really filth. It's basically these healthy vulgarity, I think of. Like some of the jokes that I say certainly wouldn't be shown on children's hour.
Myself, I adore royalty. I'm really into Queens. Hi, Terry. You're right. Oh no, tonight, young man, take your hand out of your pocket. You're not here to enjoy yourself.
Well, I consider myself really fortunate, and I can earn my living by doing something that I enjoy doing, as opposed to like my father, who worked in engineering. So I don't think my life would centre around counting nuts and bolts all day. You know, I'm fortunate. So ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to be in show business. I trained as an actor at the Manchester Polytechnic, and that's basically how the drag came into it. I was supplementing my grants by working in the working men's clubs and things like that. And then the drag thing came along because I saw other people doing it and thought, well, I can do that. So that's basically how it came about. The characters came later.
Hey, Ivor! Ivor, hey, they're pulling factory down.
You what? The bang that you can get from an audience is fantastic. You know, it's really, it's that, at the end of the day, you know, it's that applause. And there's no point in people saying, oh yeah, they were a nice audience and this, that and the other. You give me that applause at the end of it and you know you've done well. You know when you've died on your arse, but you also know when you've done well. And when you come off that stage, by God, there's no better high. And my act, it's my child. No, it's my own creation. And anybody, I mean, I'll laugh I'll get drunk with anybody, and I'll laugh with anybody, but you mess with my act, and God help you if he can. That is my child, and nobody messes with that.
Caviar, well, so what? After all, she's a star. When she's there, way up on the screen, isn't she a joy? Isn't she a prize? With that smile, silent and serene, and that little light shining in her eyes. That smile and that little light will forever stay as they are. She'll endure, that's for sure. She's a star.
I suppose it is lonely in that you have that beautiful warmth around you after an audience, and then you go into the dressing room and you go home on your own. So I suppose it is lonely. The truth isn't in a spotlight, it's where your roots are. I'm basically a very private person. Very few people actually get through to me. I don't think I have depressions. Give me a good Betty Davis film and I'll cry my eyes out, you know, that's like escapism. I prefer nighttime. I don't like daytime at all. The nighttime, I'm a night creature. You know, I always, nocturnal, I think's the best word for it. Like I said before, you know, there's no bigger high than going off to that. And especially in the gay audiences, they cry out for Piaf. You know, I am known for that, which is nice. It's a tribute not only to me, but it's a tribute to the lady as well. She's one of the characters that I do, which has stood me apart from the rest. I'm fortunate in that I've got the same build, but in fact I'm 5'3", I think she was about 4'11". But on stage, you know, you get that slight drawl. I don't speak French, but I don't think you need to understand the emotion that's in her performances. She is a soulmate. It's like an umbilical cord, you know, there's some kind of an invisible bond there. It's something that I can relate to. When I'm in costume, I mean, I am Piaf.
Avec mes souvenirs, j'ai allumé le feu. Mes chagrins, mes plaisirs, je n'ai plus besoin de balayer mes amours avec leur trémolo, balayer pour toujours, je repars à zéro. Non, rien de rien, non, je ne regrette rien.
If I can bring a smile to a mother's lips, a tear to a grandmother's eye, a cheeky grin to a child's face, and get paid 75 quid a night break, who's the schnock?
Rien de rien, non, je ne regrette rien, car ma vie, car mes joies, aujourd'hui, ça commence avec toi.
Well, I think a lot of people these days, if they just put a frock on, a wig on, they think they are a drag artist, but it's much more to it than that.
Give them an act with lots of flash in it, and the reaction will be passionate. Give them the old hocus pocus beat and...
Before, I'm quite quiet. Once I start putting this on, then I completely change. It's like a alter ego.
Razzle dazzle on, and they'll never catch a why.
start getting even more nervous now when I put this on, because I know it's not long before I actually go out there and face the people that I've got to work to.
Get in line in that processional, step into that small confessional. They're the guy who's got religion will tell you if your sin's original. If it is, try playing it safer. Drink the wine and chew the wafer. 2, 4, 6, 8. Time to transubstantiate. So get down upon your knees, fiddle with your rosaries. Bow your head with great respect and genuflect, genuflect, genuflect. Make a cross on your abdomen. When in Rome, do like a Roman. Ave Maria, gee, it's good to see you. Getting ecstatic and sort of dramatic and doing the Vatican right.
There's a barrier between me and them now, because I've got this on. This is like a facade.
The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender, good looking, so refined. So wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? So let me get right to the point.
I used to have a really bad drink problem. I felt like I had to be on show all the time, even when I wasn't in drag. So the only way I felt that I could be Kevin Peters on stage out of drag was by have a drink and, you know, bring it out that way. And in the end, I realised that I didn't need the drink. It becomes that much of a problem that I had to give up doing the shows. And, you know, I went and got myself sorted out and realised that I didn't need the drink to do the show.
Fashioned fence and an old-fashioned millionaire.
If there was another way I could entertain people, then I would. But there isn't, you know. So I have to get done up like this and go out and entertain and just hope that they enjoy me.
Razzle-dazzle, and you got a romance.
I feel that I've found the actor in me now without having to have any substitute to help bring it out.
What I am. So, come take a look. Give me the hook or the ovation. Life's not worth a damn till you can say, hey world, I am what I am. I bang my own drum, some think it's noise, I think it's pretty, and so what if I love it better than them? I am what I am, and what I am needs no excuses. I deal my own deck.